Sagittarius, hey there babies, Melissa here to do your timeless love reading. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It's not going to resonate for all Sagittarians. If it does resonate for you, I'd love a like and a subscribe from you. Manifesting things I see. If you already are subscribed, thank you so much and welcome back. This is a love reading. We're going to be looking at the energy that you bring to the connection, the energy the person you have in mind brings, as well as a potential outcome and an overall energy, anywhere from single to married and anywhere in between, just whomever you have on that sweet little Saggy brain of yours. Let's get at your love life. Anything you need to know about me, you can find in the About section of my channel, and anything you need to know about booking personal readings, you can find in the description box below. Let's get at it. We've got the King of Cups in your energy that you bring to this connection. The energy your person brings is the Four of Swords. And then we do have the Chariot as your potential outcome. I love that. In the outcome, it's forward movement, it's action. Your overarching energy is no action. Okay, that's so funny. So that feels like nothing right now is what I'm getting. It's kind of, it feels stagnant. It's almost like you're connected psychically at this time, but there's been no real forward movement in the relationship or the connection itself, and that could be you're already in a connection, but it feels like you're kind of running in place. But what's coming is forward movement. Okay, tons of action, action. No action. Wow, look at all these major arcanas. First of all, the World card, the Chariot card, the High Priestess, the Emperor, and the Hermit. Could be dealing with a Pisces, an Aries, a Virgo, or a Cancer. Any fixed sign, Scorpio. Wow, you guys, look at all this power. It does look like after going through sort of an ending of a cycle, a self-limiting belief cycle, or whatever it is. The World card, to me, I love this card. Looks like you're coming into a space of total fulfillment on your own, which is how you're going to come into a connection. If you're not already in one. This is kind of really just, it's healing the perception of yourself so you can see the world from a healed space. However we feel on the inside is how we're going to project the world to look around us, okay? So this is about really understanding your own worth and power and then being able to see the world as it is instead of as, a damaged... Don't get me wrong, there's damage there, but again, when you're seeing it through a damaged lens, everybody is kind of out to get you, or even it's hard to see people that are damaged, right? As just damaged. Do you think they're awful people? I think they're awful people. I think people that go around hurting people are awful people. I can't seem to get past that phase, okay? So that's my darkness right there, and it won't go away no matter how healed I get. There's nothing more intolerable to me than people that go around actually screwing up the livelihood of other people for no reason. Like, the people didn't do anything to them, and they're going around messing with them because they're afraid that that person has more to offer the world than they do, so they're going to try to bring them down. That just, it doesn't sit right with me. Wow, Sagittarius. I feel like I haven't seen you guys in a while. Your energy is powerful always. Super sexy, super passionate. I feel passionate right now. All right. So it does look like clarity coming after some serious ending of some serious cycles and doing some serious introspection. Off to calmer shores, I do feel like this means you were in sort of either a tumultuous relationship or just kind of in tumultuous friendships or relationships. All of your relationships is what I'm feeling is that because you didn't have that healed perception of yourself, you allowed relationships that were not worthy of you in your life. But you're becoming the boss of your own life. It's this is the Emperor. It's like bossing up. It's becoming the ruler of your own world, really understanding that you don't get to control everyone around you. That's not what the Emperor does. It's about you get to control who's around you. And so that is the Emperor, making sure that there isn't any unhealthy connections in his world, okay? And then the High Priestess is the most psychic card in the deck. I love it. It's your overarching energy. It's a major arcana and a love connection. As the overarching energy, it means this is a deep soul connection. This is not your average fling, okay? This is something that was always set in place to come into your life after going through some healing and introspection, many probably different lessons in life. This is the connection that you end up in, okay? Because you've done all the work and the healing. Again, we're psychically connected to this person all of our lives, or spiritually connected to this person all of our lives, and it's almost like if you can fathom two people on, I don't know if you can see my hands because I always do this and my hands are always way up here. There's two people on either side of the rope, and there's all of these like obstacles to get to, but they always end up with each other at the end, in the middle of the rope, I guess, and not at the end of the rope. That's the kind of connection that the this is indicating, especially being that it's the high priestess, is the most psychic card in the deck, but also anytime there's an overarching energy, or I mean a major arcana as the overarching energy, that really signifies that for me. At least that it's a deep soul connection. Sometimes it can mean karmic. I'm not getting that on the whole rest of the feel right now. So we've got the King of Cups and your energy. This is you kind of really feeling grounded in your emotions. You have the emotions. You're not emotionless. You're not cold or brash. You're not necessarily wearing your heart on your sleeve, but you are in a space of loving yourself so you're able to love others correctly. We always think we love people. No, I love them. I definitely love them. But until you truly learn to love yourself, you can't love anyone else. So those are just unhealthy attachments up until you've learned to love yourself. And that King of Cups loves himself first, okay? Just like the Queen of Cups. And love is his thing, believe it or not. He's just not wearing his heart on his sleeve. His emotions are there. They're just not being spilled all over the place. So we've got the Four of Swords in your person's energy. This is somebody who's kind of sitting with Source, really trying to heal up anything, any of their last bits of wounding. That has to happen before coming into a life partner connection. At least for the most part, until both parties are not flinching anymore from the pain they've endured in the past, okay? This means forward movement, action. This could also mean that the person that you have in mind is at a distance from you, and that there will be travel involved. The Chariot card can mean that, but really it means just coming out victorious against all odds. So it's about two people that have been through some damn things to get to where they are now, but they're coming out victorious in the form of each other, and then whatever it is you guys do pursue together. I love, when there's a major arcana, it's like a purpose partner is what I like to call it. When there's a major arcana, look in your overarching energy and in your outcome of the connection. It's about, this is somebody who's going to have all the same passions as you, somebody who's going to want to fulfill them with you. You'll still have your own things, don't get me wrong, but it'll be like, you won't need to tell each other when you need the space. It just kind of works. It works. You should never have to work too hard to make something work. Wow. Well, that is absolutely wonderful. Just the whole energy is gorgeous. It looks like you've gone through a serious awakening, bringing you into that place, like I said, of that loving yourself first, and knowing how to love others correctly. Again, not spilling your emotions on everyone, but having them, being able to feel them, being able to be vulnerable really is what I'm getting right now. After, not with just anyone. I don't think vulnerability needs to be with everyone. It would really definitely need to be, you'd need to be able to be vulnerable with the person you're coming into a connection with if you'd want that connection to be able to get to 100% of its potential. So you've got the King of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, the Fool card, and the Judgment card. The Judgment card is an awakening of sorts. And again, coming into this space of really loving yourself, bringing you into that ability to jump into this connection head first without letting your past experiences dictate your future opportunities. So it's about really not allowing your past hurts affect this new connection negatively or otherwise. It's just about knowing that you've healed from those. The Fool card to me means that. It means willing to kind of take a leap of faith because the healing's been done. We're not flinching from the, we will never take a leap of faith while we're still flinching from past hurts because we're flinching. We're holding ourselves back because we don't want to get hurt again. The Fool to me means somebody who's come into a space of having done this awakening or the healing and is now willing to jump off head first and really take a risk. Again, we can never be sure of the outcome. You do have to risk a broken heart in order to come into true love, right? Even when it is with the one. Now, again, if it is the one, you won't obviously get the broken heart, but the risk was there because you don't know for sure until you get into it, right? The Three of Pentacles really means that you're willing and ready to work on a team. I felt like I was already saying that before the Three of Pentacles came out, is that I feel like this is going to be the kind of connection where you truly work on a team together in every area of your life, whether that's in, whatever you guys fulfill passion, purpose together, become parents together, and really just work well together no matter what it is. When they're lacking this, you've got it. When they're lacking, when you're lacking that, they've got it. That kind of well-oiled machine. You guys just make one together. That's what I'm getting. Okay. Let me just get, I feel like so they got the Tower card, the Six of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like they're feeling very solid on their own. I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is signifying somebody who has found their path, okay? We can travel many paths in this lifetime, and we can try really hard to fit into molds and whatnot, but this is somebody who's come into their own path. They've really kind of stripped the human conditioning off, and they've rooted themselves into their own space in this world. We all have a place in this world. The problem is everybody's trying to fit into everybody else's places in this world because we've been taught to. It's nobody's fault. We've been taught to since school. But this is somebody who's realized that not every path is the same, and not every path works for them, and they found their path. And so they've kind of come into this space of having endless resources in anything they pursue on their path. The Six of Cups does signify to me that this is a soulmate of yours. This is somebody who's going to have that no ulterior motives kind of love to offer you. This is somebody who you're just going to know they love you. You don't have to ask them. They don't need to tell you. They probably will, but they don't need to because their actions prove it constantly. Not in a clingy or ishy way. It's just like you're never going to wonder. You're never going to wonder where you stand with this person. The Six of Cups signifies that for me. The Tower card means that they could be going through some sort of shakeup in their world, and it could also just mean that you're coming, with that Fool card, that you're coming in, and that's going to shock them. Maybe they're not expecting you. Maybe they are. We'll find out more in the outcome of this connection. Sometimes that Tower card, they could be healing from the Tower card. They could have already gone through that, sort of maybe a divorce, a breakup, a job loss, just some sort of, the Tower means a shocking change, an abrupt change, really. Well, what the hell? So we got the Chariot card. It does mean action and movement, but then we get the Three of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups means to me kind of like a refusal to see a connection. And so I feel like at this time, maybe they're going through this shakeup and you haven't come in yet with your approach. If you do have this person in your sights, if you don't, it's like maybe whatever they're going through at this time, if you were to jump into this connection right this moment, maybe they're just not looking at love because they're still in the midst of this healing. So if we do jump into a connection, even this strong of a gorgeous connection, I mean, do you see all the love in this? If we do jump in before somebody is healed enough to not flinch and hurt the other, we will end up in broken hearts. And I really think that this is just stating that, again, if you do that, and it's almost like even this connection will end there. So it's like almost like you're going to give up on love completely. So it is about just accepting divine timing. We don't really have any options there, I don't think, anyways. It's just about really embracing this gorgeous energy. You've gone through this awakening. You have this sort of well-oiled part of the machine to offer anything you come into contact with. So it's just about pursuing whatever makes you feel good, whatever you're called to. And then this connection will come in as soon as this person is healed up. It does look like, I said again, they might be healing from some sort of shakeup. It could be a huge shakeup, like they could have gotten a divorce recently. Or lost a job that they were at for 20 years. You know, you never know. But whatever the shakeup is, the Tower, it's a shakeup that's shocking, right? But it's always set there to put you on your path. So it's like they might have had to endure something like some sort of trauma in order to really get back on their own path. But they are getting on their own path, and that is where they're going to find that bottomless bucket of resources that I was telling you about. But at the moment of the shakeup, it feels traumatizing still. It doesn't feel good, even though, you can even know, I remember losing my job of 20 years. You can even know in your heart at the moment of it happening that, well, I know this is for the best, but damn, it still hurts. It feels like rejection. It feels like it feels, there's so many feelings to it. It also is like something you're familiar with. So it's like you have to grieve the loss of it, period. So it's about just making sure that we take time and allow space and people to do the healing that needs to be done. And then I think that will clear up the Three of Swords and the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups really means to me that I don't think either one of you are necessarily looking for love at this time. I feel like you're just focusing on their healing and your own. I feel like you're really following your passions and your callings at this time. And I think in the end, it's going to come into this space of clarity on who is it for you. And then that will bring you into forward movement against all of the odds, all of that you guys have had to endure separately. Action. It says, you have the courage to express the unique loving colors of your soul. I love it. I feel like you guys get that a lot. I feel like you are the sign of action. So I think it should just be your card. And it is about, both of you need to come into a space of healed enough to really express who you truly are. When we are unhealed, when we haven't gone through the healing from something like this, we are a little sort of timid or unable to really express who we are, and that takes away from the connection's potential. And last but not least, indecision. It's like at a crossroads. Sometimes in this Tower moment, the problem with the Tower is it's usually something that's taken from us without our permission, right? So I don't know that it's necessarily about indecision at this time. I think that they're having probably a hard time letting go of whatever's being shaken out of their life. And they'll get there. This is all, you know, the Creator really has all of this in divine time. God, Source, Higher Self really has this all. It's just kind of about how we embrace each step of the way until we get to, you know, there's so many destinations. There's not like a final destination. I suppose heaven would be the final destination, right? So it's about just embracing every little part of the ride. I love you guys so much. I will see you soon. Mwah.